family today.
We know that if students' most basic needs are not met, they cannot reach their academic potential. Here in North Rockland, we want to focus on making sure that they're able to learn effectively through providing them with support socially and emotionally.
Bring them down to sunset.
SEL is the heartbeat and the foundation of academics.
Social emotional learning is just as important as the other academic subjects. Because if you don't have a positive emotional climate established within your students, there's going to be no learning anyway.
Every day a student has a different situation that we have to support, whether it be academic, whether it be emotional, whether it be a loss of a family member, or even a family member who just currently lost their job.
Here at Farley, we actually talk about children as almost being like a house. And on one side of the house, we have the academic, and we have different interventions and supports that we provide for students academically. But what we're also trying to do on the other side of the house is really focus on building our support for students social emotionally.
Here at West Havistraw, we are all learning how to be emotion scientists. Students are taking time to self-assess and become self-aware of what they're feeling inside their bodies and then being able to label their emotions.
The program is important because it provides a safe place for people who have nowhere to go.
They help me to think more positive.
I think what I like to do with my students is to sort of help them to identify their emotions and feelings and find words to articulate what it is, and then to be able to work on that together. And I think that's a process, and some students really amaze me. They have this knowledge that's way beyond their years.
It's increased my self-esteem and my confidence, and I think I've been playing better in my sports, and I've been doing better in my academics.
We will again privately meet with students who are having difficulties and give them coping strategies, mindfulness strategies, breathing techniques, any of the strategies that we have in our toolbox that are going to help them be successful.
It helps with breathing and learning to take care of yourself more.
Social emotional learning has taught me to have more patience and to deal with situations a lot more easily and to handle them calmly.
The one thing we do in class is the message boards, and it always reminds me to stay positive and never to think negative.
We're diving into the ruler approach. The goal is to get students to be better problem solvers, have empathy, build good relationships, and ultimately be responsible.
Identifying feelings, making sure that all the staff in the building using common language. We want them to be strong, not only academically, but social and emotionally.
I think the program's important because it helps you a lot with your feelings.
Everything about the program is being social and active toward others and helping others.
We've also been learning regulation tools such as mindful breathing, positive self-talk, movement, mindful music that you can listen to. We also have our reflection room.
It helps me to be happy and calm. The mood meter helped me label my feelings.
I feel calm and in the green.
Sometimes life throws us a curveball, and surely this pandemic has thrown all of us a curveball.
We are in crisis. Our children are really feeling this. A lot of the students aren't motivated at this time, and we're kind of normalizing what their life is.
We've been fortunate to set up Google Meets with our students, phone conversations, any type of device that we can get our hands on to get in touch with a student, we've been utilizing.
I've had several students reach out to me wanting to set up Google Meets to really discuss the individual stress that they're going through.
A lot of students is passing stresses for the online school and the quarantine, and some students have depressed, so that they consider help the person when they're feeling sad.
We have a wonderful, successful school counselor team that connects with students and teachers and families. We're providing counseling, sharing of information, providing resources.
These students are learning a foundation on strategies for social and emotional learning that are going to impact them in the classroom, that they are going to take with them after they graduate high school. You can't be successful in school if you don't feel successful within.
I guess not everybody has stress, but most people do when it comes to school. You can go to your counselor and they can help you.
When you break it down, all learning is social and emotional. And our emotions impact the way that we think, our perspectives on things, how we learn, our creativity, and our performance. And that's why it's important that we build these habits in at a young age over a consistent period of time, because this is lifelong work, not just for kids, but for adults too.
Here in North Rockland, our top priority is our students. We put their needs ahead of everything else. That's what we're here to do, is to serve our students.